Well, hello, friend. Cosmic Yogi, welcome to your short and sweet yoga practice with me. um, Today, I want to focus on how to align with confidence and joy because it is the full moon in Leo. And the full moon is always this time of the month where we're um, invited to illuminate what is happening into your life. Um, we're also guided to create clarity into our lives, into what's happening around us, and therefore it's always a great time to release what is no longer working. And if you've been following me for a little while, or if you're new to my universe, well, I always like to refer back to the last 6 months whenever we're into the full moon, because if we go back into August, when it was the new moon in Leo, that's when you planted your seeds and your intentions. And then now, 6 months later, it's a great time to check in and see what happened in the last 6 months. What was it that you wanted to manifest? And now is the time to check in and see, did I manifested what I wanted to manifest 6 months ago? So I hope you're following me on this, but this is it. Is it working? Are you where you wanted to be 6 months ago? And that being said, it's a great time to transform and then to create actions to make it happen, so then you can manifest the life of your dream. So that's the full moon energy on its own. Now add the sign, which is Leo. It's asking us to check in, to check in our confidence level. And often lately, I've been hearing people saying, oh, I didn't have enough confidence to start this project, or, oh, I wish I had more confidence to do X, Y, and Z. And it's funny because when I see these people, I see them as having confidence. So it's really this inner dialogue within yourself that I want to go in and play with today. How confident are you? Because it may show that you have confidence, but deep down, maybe you don't see what other people see. I hope you get my drift. But I just what would the world be if everybody had their confidence level up there? How cool would that be? So it's always a work in progress, right? Confidence is this big I don't even have the word, it's so big. Because I feel like it comes down from your roots, and then all the personal growth, and how much do you want to work onto yourself to grow and cultivate that self-confidence. Because trust me, I've been working on it, because otherwise I wouldn't be here. And how about you could have it too, because it's available to everyone. It's just about your decision to create actions to make it happen. And then that being said, when you're on the path of confidence, then the Leo energy offers the path of joy, offers authenticity, offers courage, creativity, all the tools to make it there, right? Then it gives you that leadership. It connects you with that inner fire. So these are all Leo points that you might want to check in with. How is that going for you with that full moon energy? So I hope this all makes sense. And then if you are curious to know more, about what I do, well, stay tuned at the end. We'll talk about it a little more. Um, if you want to, of course. And then if you're like, who is that girl? Well, I'm Marie, also known as Coach M&M for Marie-Noelle Miane. And I've been teaching yoga for, I don't even know, over 15 years. And I'm also a certified life coach and an astrologer. So I am blending in all my passions to offer you this practice today. So let's begin. So I am sitting into a comfortable seat where my heels are aligned with one another, therefore opening up my hips. If this is not your case, it's fine. To help you to make sure that your hips are open, elevated, and higher than your knees. So if you're noticing your knees being up here, please elevate the hips. Ready? So that being said, let's close our eyes. Let's connect with your inner fire. Deep breath. So from here, let's root your tailbone into the earth. Lengthen your spine towards the sky, towards the sun, which Leo is actually ruled by the sun. So they're connected. And then focus on your breath. No judging, no forcing it. Just notice and observe your breath. Inhale fully and exhale fully. Then as you inhale through the nose, you want to exhale through the mouth. So you want to hear that sound in the back of your throat. Inhale fully and exhale fully. And then just be right here, right now. Then from here, slowly bring your hands onto your heart, because the Leo energy is also connecting with the heart. So what is your intention for your practice today or for the full moon? And I invite you to write it down after the practice or pause. But I invite you to be aware and conscious about your intention. And then slowly from here, you may open your eyes, release your hands. And then let's bring the hands on the knees. Let's inhale, fully gaze forward, open up the throat. And then as you exhale from the tailbone around your spine, and then I'm pushing my hands into my knees into my hand. So we're going for modified cat-cow, warming up the spine, creating space between the vertebrae, and also shining the heart. So with your own breath and your own rhythm, perfect. Then come on back to center. Then from here, let's bring your left hand onto your left side. Inhale your right arm up above the sky, above your head, I mean. Stretching your side body. Inhale, center. Exhale, other side. So a couple more times with the breath. Inhale, center. Exhale, side. Inhale, center. Exhale, other side. So complete your exhale here. Really stretch your side body. And then one more time on each side. Inhale, center, exhale, side. Try to keep your shoulders level with the hips. And then inhale last time. Exhale, breathe. Perfect. Then from here, let's come back to center. And let's go into a downward dog. Yeah. So I want to root my hands down. I want to tuck the toes under and press up into an upside down V. You may want to check in with your feet, your hamstrings. If the back of your legs are super tight, you may want to take a little step forward or a step back. So readjust, march your dog. You can bring one heel down at a time. And then if you're like, my hamstrings are totally fine, you may rest the heels on the ground and breathe. Try to keep your ears level with your biceps. And take the opportunity here to ground. I mentioned it before in previous videos, but grounding is essential. So try to find any little ways during your days then to ground. Leo being a fire energy, it's important to take a moment. Then from here, bend the knees, gaze forward, walk or jump to the front of your mat. Inhale into a nice flat back, into Ardha Uttanasana, and exhale back into Uttanasana. And then push your heels down, rise up gently, one vertebrae at a time, and let's meet up into mountain pose. So mountain pose, I've got my feet hip widths apart, my pelvis is neutral, the shoulders are rolled back, my chin is right above the earth, and breathe. Perfect. So for this practice today, we're going to explore goddess pose. So you want to take your step out, so being having the feet wider than the hips. Then let's bring the heels in. For some of you, you may want to have a 45-degree angle with the toes, or trying to have the heels lining up within one another. It's a bit more difficult. So pick your level here. So 45-degree angle or straight out. Now, we want to look at the alignment of the knees, so they're right above the ankle. So technically, when I am up in neutral, I am not seeing my toes. Then from here, I want to create a neutral pelvis. And then let's engage the core. And then from here, let's bring your palms together. And then let's rise the arms up and shoulders down. So you may hold the moon between your hands. Now, that being said, this is our foundation for inner goddess. Can you feel your glutes working, your core working? Shoulders are down. You may just stay here and be authentically you, okay? But then with the Leo energy, it's asking us to be authentic. Yeah. So, what kind of goddess are you? So, I want to invite you to be your authentic goddess. So, you could just stay here. You could lift one heel up at a time if you wanted to create that inner fire. You could lift both heels up at the time, and remember to breathe wherever, at whichever level you're at, and having fun, right? So where are you at? How's your goddess? How's your inner goddess? And try to make sure that your spine is nice and tall. Some of you might actually want to drop the elbows in, releasing the shoulders a little. So they're all good because we're all unique, like everyone else. So you be you, okay? So are the legs burning yet? Mine are starting to. So let's take one more breath. And then slowly release. Let's bring the heel, toe back into our mountain pose. Grounding just a little more. grounding into your confidence. Oh, and this reminds me, at the beginning, I wish I would have said, take in your confidence level check. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, how confident do you feel? So, confident do you feel? So, um, just check in. And then let's see at the end of the practice if your number has changed. So then from here, let's inhale the arms up towards the sky and exhale all the way down towards the earth. Then from here, you want to inhale, look halfway up, and exhale, release. Then let's root the hands down, step back into downward dog again, grounding some more, because grounding often can actually build that confidence and then helps to create moments of joy, right? If we're more into a grounded state, it is easier to find those little moments of joy. While being ungrounded, being too much in the head, can be overwhelming and therefore missing these little moments of joy. So here's to grounding. One last breath. And then let's bring the knees down on the ground. If your knees are sore, you may grab a blanket and press pause. Grab your blanket. You could also fold your mat. So you're creating a little pillow for the knees. So whatever works for you. Okay. You got to make sure you're comfortable. Then from here, we're going to open up the heart with Ustrasana, your camel pose. So from here, I personally like to tuck my toes under, so it gives me a few extra inches. Otherwise, you can go right onto the top of your feet, whatever works for you, okay? Then from here, I want to make sure that my hips are right above the knees. I want to roll the shoulders back. Level 1, you could just push your heart forward, open up the throat, and gaze right up towards the sky. So this could be your level 1. You're staying here. It's all good. Then if you wanted a little more, you want to bring one hand down on one heel, one arm up towards the sky. So if this is your option, please count your breath and then make sure that you even it out with the other side. Then, if you're ready for more, both hands are on the heels, you're pushing the heart open, the hips are right above the knees. Shine your heart. Ustrasana. Building that confidence, that inner fire. Keep on breathing. And then whenever you're ready, you want to push up, hands on the hips. And then let's move down into child's pose. That being said, child's pose reminds me that I meant to say at the beginning of the practice that no new pain is the name of the game. So if you need to go into child's pose, Balasana, it's always your best option. Take a pause, take a breath, take a rest. That is also confidence into yourself if you're able to listen to your inner voice and accept and allow that your body is not where you want it to be. That being said, let's do it one more time. Ready? Rise up. Shoulders back and down. Level 1, hands on the hips, squeezing the shoulder blades, opening up. Level 2, one arm up. One arm down, of course. And if you're ready for the whole deal, both hands on the heels. Breathe. So we're just getting a little bit deeper. Really stretch the front body, opening up. And then whenever you're ready, release. Deep breaths. So back into your Balasana. releasing tension into your lower back. So we're counterbalancing what we just did. So creating harmony between open and close. And slowly bring your hands to your side in front of your knees and push yourself up to sitting position. And then from here, you're going to make sure you're going into the center of your mat. Your knees may remain bended. And then you want to go down onto your back slowly. Okay? So right here. So adjust. Then from here, we're going to go for Setu Bandhasana for bridge pose, which is similar to Camel Pose, but onto your back. And then the idea is to shine your heart again, work on the legs and the bum. So I've got my heels here. I'm brushing my middle finger with my heels, so I know I've got a good stand. Then if you notice yourself, if you notice your knees going out wide, you may use a block or book or try to bring that awareness in towards one another, so knees towards one another. Then from here, let's engage the glutes. Let's engage the core. So like a corset, right? You want to squeeze it in and then gently lift the pelvis up towards the sky. Okay, so here we're stretching the hip flexors a little more. Then you may want to roll the shoulders under. Level one, you want to keep the hands down, rooting on the ground. And then you want to bring your chin right up towards the sky. Okay, so if you wanted a little more, you can interlace the fingers, squeezing the shoulder blades towards another, even more, rising up just a little more, hugging that core, hugging the bum. So you're flowing with the energy, right? Path of joy. And slowly release down gently. And let's counterbalance by bringing the knees towards your chest. If you need to massage your lower back, please do so. And then guess what? We're going to do it again. So take a deep breath right here. And then release. So now you know where to go. You know what level you're at. So let's get ready for this. So inhale, rise up. Breathe. And let's try to be here for a full 3 breaths. And then slowly release down. Let's bring your knees towards your chest, rocking from side to side. And then let's complete with a nice side twist. I'm bringing my knees towards the right, opening up the arms. I'm gazing towards the left. So releasing all the tension, all the toxins. And really, if we're going back to the full moon energy, releasing what is no longer serving us. So what is it that you're noticing that it could be a habit, a situation, a relationship? What is it that you want to let go? So you may create space for the new. And really, once you start playing with the full moon, with the moon energy and the moon cycle, you get to live an intentional life. And then slowly inhale to center and exhale towards the other side. So again, here, 3 full breaths. Then slowly come on back to center. If your lower back is an issue, you could always keep the knees bent and have them leaning into one another. Otherwise, let's release the legs and let's get ready for Shavasana. So your little nap pose there, nap break. So you get to enjoy and relax. So if you have more time, please pause and enjoy. Otherwise, let's just go back to your regular breath. Thank your body for all the hard work that you just did. And then from here, slowly wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. You may rotate your wrist, rotate your ankles. And you may bring your arms up above your head and stretch the toes. And then slowly roll onto one side. And then push yourself up to your sitting position, like how we started at the beginning of the practice. Going back to your regular breath, closing your eyes. Just take a moment to check in. Bring your hands to your heart. Let's take a moment to go back to that confidence check. So on a scale of 1 to 10, has it increased? I hope. If not, maybe it's an angle to look for and work on. And then from here, I also want to invite you to think about your intention that you created at the beginning of the practice. So it's fresh for you to go and write it down. And then slowly come on back to center, open up the eyes, release the hands. And this is where I want to thank you for your time, for being you. I truly honor the fact that you took the time for you to do this and to share your practice with me. Like I mentioned earlier, if you want to know more about me and what I do, go check my website. The link is in the bio. And if you're even more curious and you want to know where that full moon in Leo energy is falling into your chart, well, reach out. That's where I'm here. So then we can actually go deeper into who you truly are, because the moon moves around and you may be a Leo, but it is not your birthday, but there's the Leo energy in your chart anyways. So let's check with your chart, because your chart is the blueprint of who you are. And then once you start playing with your chart and you start to get to know yourself better, this is where magic happens. So stay tuned, have fun, and see you at the next new moon. As always, infinite peace and freedom for the world. And namaste. Thank you.